Hey there, rock stars. This video is the follow-up that I've been promising. Thank you so much for your patience as I've gone to PPS and worked with others, but about a month and a half ago, I sent out a video into the void of physical therapy begging for a response for people who give a crap about this industry, and man, was I overwhelmed with the response. I had so many comments, hundreds across the various social media platforms, and the discussion that we had was so powerful because it really showed me, number one, that we care and that we want to do something, we just don't know how. And obviously there's a lot of people who've been working on this problem for decades, and this is not an invalidation of them. If anything, it's an acknowledgement, and it's recognizing that it's not working, that we need more people, maybe in a different medium, maybe with what we're doing now, to make the impact we need to take a stand for our industry, to stop these decreasing reimbursements, to start making the profitability we deserve so that PTs can build a future and a life as they change people's lives. So the first number of responses I got were just supportive. So this one from Katie was great. She said, "Preach, I know, this is why I started my business. What we know can change lives, and if we can help so many people through the power of the internet." So that was very supportive. Thank you, Katie. And then another, this is actually a good friend of mine, Jennifer Salaya. She said, "Thank you for this, Will. I've been struggling with this more lately. Even brought myself to tears about the profession. I mean, this is how much we care. However, I'm open, willing to brainstorm, collaborate, and actually make changes somehow or in some way. And no, I'm not your mom," and made it to the end of the video. In that video, I honestly didn't know if my mom's the only one who watches every single video every time all the way through, and I thought maybe she'd be the only one. Now, when it comes to actual decisions and what we can do to change, one of my good friends, Anthony, he has a wonderful YouTube channel that I'll put the link in the description below, and a really cool Facebook group. And he did a video actually responding to my video, and he was very supportive of it. And one of his suggestions where he disagreed was based on the idea that what we need to do is get more to a cash pay model, and that was the following response. "I think another important part is to educate those PT programs that cash-based clinics being mobile, owned, and operated by physical therapists exists and are amazing options to apply instead of mills." I agree. So I'm not in disagreement with Anthony. I'm not in disagreement with any of those comments that we need to emphasize cash pay solutions in order to grow our industry. As a matter of fact, I don't think it's an either or. I think it's a yes and. I think it's, yes, we need to emphasize these cash pay businesses, start telling physical therapy students there's more of a salary potential in there, helping them grow as leaders. And I think we have to disrupt and take a stand against insurance companies and how they reimburse. Because at the end of the day, if all we do is go straight cash-based, we're still going to dilute the amount of impact that we can make, even if it's more profitable. So I don't think it's one or the other. I think it's yes and. We have to develop stronger cash pay models. Danny Matei and all those guys, they've got it going on, man. They know what they're doing, and it's really smart, and it's not going to save the industry. It's not going to be enough to change it, but it is the future of our industry, no doubt. And I say what we do both. We get both of those positions established, where as an industry, we are going to disrupt, stand together, and change the way insurances see us, just like orthopedic surgeons do. They band together in a legal way and are able to prevent a lot of the changes that we see on a daily basis in physical therapy. Going along those same lines, this is an individual who tried to bring cash pay emphasis into her practice, but the therapists were super worried about the impact that it was going to leave on their patients. So there's different ways we could approach that, but listen, there's just so many different options of what people said that we could do. I thought this next response was particularly interesting because this is an individual who's a leader in physical therapy, but she's not a physical therapist. She's been an administrator in the industry for 15 years, and she left a very thoughtful message. I don't want to overwhelm you with it, but essentially she says there's two things we need to do. The first is we need a strong political action, right? And I know we have the APTA. I have zero desire to debate the effectiveness of them. I will tell you the men and women I have met in the APTA are amazing, powerful people, and it's still not working. Like, they need more support. We need to do more as an industry to take a stand. The other solution, in her opinion, is to modernize the care delivery model. And this is what I thought was super awesome. She says, "This is no easy task. However, our current patient care delivery model is broken. Now is the time to improve how care is delivered by aligning the PT skill set to the conditions of our healthcare system as a whole. PTs must be granted more authority and comparative latitude to primary care physicians. So this part I agree with 100%. It is going to be essential that we as an industry start becoming the first line, the first piece of information that people think of when they have a musculoskeletal disorder. And that's different than a lot of these other solutions. At the end of the day, the solution is actually fairly easy on how we're going to take a stand for physical therapy and get higher reimbursements. It's how to get there that's challenging. At the end of the day, imagine a future where someone gets hurt, a sprained ankle, a broken bone, whatever. And the first person they think of in terms of anything musculoskeletal that doesn't require surgery is us. Think about that. Right now, they did surveys and found that 70% of people who hurt their lower backs think of a different profession when they hurt their lower back. Can you guess which one? Chiropractors. And do you know why? Because they know who they are, even when no one else believes that they are who they are. They take a stand for themselves professionally. They occur to themselves as doctors in the community, even when other people don't agree. And they act as such. They band together. They educate the population on what they do, and as a result, people think of them when they're hurt. So that's the solution. We need the public to understand that they come to us first for any musculoskeletal disorders. Now, how we get there? Yes, I think it's cash pay. Yes, it's disrupting the insurance. I've had multiple comments about unions, and I've got a whole bunch of videos we could do about that. But guys, at the end of the day, it's a real simple discussion. We have to get together. So what I've started doing is I've created a town hall meeting that's this Thursday. You don't know when this Thursday is. So this video is being released on Tuesday or Wednesday. Today is November 15th. So it's the Thursday of this week. We're meeting at 4 p.m. Pacific time. It's just going to be a town hall meeting. I'm going to put a link to that meeting in the description below. If we get a good turnout and people really start sharing value, I'm going to make this a monthly occurrence to where we don't have a pause in the discussion, that we're constantly discussing how we can move things forward. So I don't care what you own or don't own in terms of practice. If you're a small private practice owner, a big private practice owner, someone who wants to own a practice one day, or just someone who wants to be a leader, I want you on that call, because we're going to talk about what we should start doing as a profession, stop doing as a profession, and keep doing as a profession. And then from that, we will generate the right how, so that we can make a stand as an industry and finally support the public in the way that they need. I mean, how many times do you guys get phone calls from family members who are like, hey, this is me all the time. Hey, Will, I just sprained my lower back. What do I do? Hey, Will, I just sprained my ankle. What do I do? Hey, Will, I have a lot of family members getting hurt. But don't you get that too? Don't you get people who are like, oh, you're a physical therapist. Hey, it clicks when I do this. Like, this should be how the public perceives us from a value-based proposition, to where they want to come see us and spend money, and hopefully cash, but money with us to do whatever it takes to get better because they believe in us. Our care delivery system is antique. How many years have we had people come stay for an hour to do the standard series of exercises, manual, and modalities? Like, that's just getting old. People are getting so sparse with their time. They want shorter visits. They want more impact. They want more customization of their program, and we're never going to get there if we keep pumping through the visits and having our PTs see 70, 80, 90 visits a week. Never. It's never going to happen in that mode. So anyway, guys, just wanted to say thank you. I'm going to continue to make videos like this. What do you think we need to do next? I want to hear more comments. Let's keep that discussion rolling. Like and subscribe, by the way. The more that you contribute to this channel, the more you help me help you guys unite, so that I know you're in it. So if you want to take a stand for PT, click subscribe, make a comment, disagree with me, whatever, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, have a good one.